advertising, taking over the halftime show, this, that. Mufasa here, Mufasa there, BTS of Beyonce talking on Good Morning America. When have we ever seen that? Never. Because they have a strategy to not only intimidate those who are speaking about it and intimidate those who have an opinion about it. Because I told you guys Jay-Z was looking for me. He hasn't found me yet. Not hiding. Just hasn't found me. And all this is happening for what? I'm not saying it's because he's guilty or not. I'm just saying these unbelievable charges have created an unbelievable amount of pressure.
1, 2, Jay-Z coming for you. 3 for you. Better lock that door, because definitely the door is going to be shut of you ever having a close relationship with Beyonce or Jay-Z. Jason done said some things and put his foot in his mouth. Y'all, let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? Well, without further ado, we're going to get into this Jason Lee video. Now, I actually seen that viral clip that I just played you guys on TikTok. And then I was like, let me find the full video, right? Well, this video was almost a month ago. This was actually on January 3rd. So I want to go ahead and do a live reaction and play the full context of it. But, you know, Jason Lee has always been one of those people all like, Beyonce didn't give me tickets to the Renaissance tour. I spent so much money on her, and I don't feel like she's personable with her people like Rihanna is, you know, making the comparison between Rihanna and Beyonce. And it just seemed like he's really hating. Now, I do not hate Jason Lee, but it comes off a little haterish when you make these little digs at Jay-Z and Beyonce, and especially what they're going through right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the video.
Jay-Z, you know, he's been accused of some really wild accusations. And when people ask me if I believe it or don't believe it, I'm not going to say I believe or don't believe. I'm just going to say they are unbelievable claims that Jay is somehow was involved with a 13-year-old allegedly back in the day with his friend Puff. Well, you know, he said that he's not friends with Puff. We're going to get into that. Tony Busby, the attorney for the plaintiff in the case against Jay-Z, received a small victory in court last week. Now, we had previously reported that Jay-Z's legal team filed paperwork early last month for Busby's plaintiff to reveal her identity. The motion, submitted less than 24 hours after the bombshell lawsuit dropped, labels the accusations as false, claiming that they are part of an extortion scheme orchestrated by Busby. Now, according to the report, a judge is letting the plaintiff move forward without revealing their identity, at least for the time being. The judge called out Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, for his tactics, saying the Carter's lawyer's relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will...
Real quick, I want to point out something, because he is right in regards to this, because Jay-Z and his lawyer, it seemed like they went on this attack on Tony Busby and how he's a... Listen, I'm going to be honest. I do think Tony Busby is a fraud, because one thing is very apparent. He did not go down to Alabama to interview the victim. He had someone else do it, and then he took over the case and filed the lawsuit. So him not doing his own research, because now we know that the girl's dad said he doesn't remember picking her up after dawn, and also the friend that dropped her off at the Radio City Music Hall is not alive now. So again, her story didn't make any sense, but I'll let Jason continue.
Will not fast track the judicial process merely because counsel demands it. Now, before we go any further, did I not say Jay-Z's attorney was doing too much? I said all of that in the language that the culture understands. I say he's doing too much. When's the last time you seen Jay-Z and Beyonce release 15-paragraph statements blanket social media with advertising, taking over the halftime show, this, that, Mufasa here, Mufasa there, BTS, Beyonce talking on Good Morning America. When have we ever seen that? Never. Because they have a strategy to not only intimidate those who are speaking about it and intimidate those who have an opinion about it. Because I told you guys Jay-Z was looking for me. He hasn't found me yet. Not hiding. Just hasn't found me. And all this is happening for what? I'm not saying it's because he's guilty or not. I'm just saying these unbelievable charges have created an unbelievable amount of pressure.
Now, I want to say this. I wonder, has Jay-Z actually reached out to Jason, or his people reached out? Because I feel like if Jay-Z wanted to reach out to Jason or wanted to find Jason, he would have already found him. I almost feel like this is a cat call, like, hey, you know, Jay-Z, I'm here, to then Jay-Z makes an effort and reaches out to him. But if Jason is playing that game, he's not going to win. Jay-Z can go his whole entire life with ignoring Jason Lee. Let's just be honest about that. Now, I will say this. I do think he is correct in the distractions that they've been able to create, because with the halftime performance on Christmas and then the Mufasa premiere, we kind of all got distracted from the Jay-Z situation. Now, it could be two things. It could be one, because we don't believe the quote-unquote victim or the alleged victim, or two, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they know how to work their magic with the media, create a stir about something else, and then we're not even talking about that case anymore. Because I know the case is still going on, but it's in the back of my mind. I'm not checking on it daily, so he does have a point with that. All right, let's continue.
This Alex guy, while I love the fact that he's fighting for his client, defending him, you can't do it at the risk of intimidating witnesses or people who want to bring forward claims. If this case goes forward and you find out that Jay-Z didn't do it, she should go to jail, or she should pay money, or she should be whatever.
Agreed.
But it has to go through the process. When you see this, do you think this is like Jay-Z trying to strong arm the court process and intimidate the girl?
Yes, I think that, I don't know if it's him intentionally doing it, but it's definitely, that's what's coming from his legal team. And that's why I believe the judge is not going to pressure this person to come public with their identity, because it would be witness tampering at that point to me. Like, if they're just threatening this person, or like you said, creating an environment.
They're not necessarily threatening the girl. They're threatening actually Tony Busby. That was the reason why the motion was originally denied to dismiss the case, because it was all about Tony Busby, the lawyer, and not about the actual girl.
Environment that's aggressive for whoever this person is when they come out.
I feel like money, power, that's what Diddy was trying to scare all the people coming up, and I'm scared for what's going to happen. I hope 2025 gives us all these answers.
No, I totally agree. And the fact that the judge is letting it move forward says a lot. Now, Jay-Z's attorneys contend that letting Busby's client proceed using Jane Doe aliases is just a move to a bigger scheme to squeeze settlements from innocent celebrities by wrongfully linking them to Diddy. Now, I will say, I don't know if that's the case in Diddy's case, because there are so many lawsuits at this point, but that is a thing that we've seen with other attorneys. We had that experience when Tiffany was going through her thing with that attorney that I had privately recorded and put online. That does happen. We do know that people strong arm celebrities into settlements by shaming them in the press with lawsuits.
Now, we know with that situation, Tiffany actually and Ari Spears ended up settling with the victims. So I know Tiffany Haddish is his friend, but we got to put that into context. And like a lot of us we seen that whole skit that Tiffany and Aries did. It wasn't okay. Let's just say that.
And then later settling. And then there's people like me who won my Miko lawsuit. By the way, they tried to sue me.
Not a hand clap for yourself.
You lost, you filthy animal. Because I said we going to court, and anyway we won. But not all celebrities get their time in court because they end up settling it because it's a money grab. Jay-Z is saying that he's not going to be involved in a money grab, but now you're on the other side and it looks like you're attacking a victim, a potential victim. Well, on December 9th, Spiro wrote, Mr. Carter should not have to defend himself.
One thing, I don't think they actually did their research on this as far as looking up, okay, well, let me check that interview out. Let me see what the girl is saying. It's very one-sided. It's almost like, okay, because he's in this lawsuit with Diddy, Is there something going on? It's this whole speculation thing that I don't like. And if you've seen that interview with that girl, there was something wrong about her story. Like it was all the way off. There's no way that this is the smoking gun that's going to get Jay-Z. No. And I'm not even a Jay-Z defender. I'm not saying that he's innocent, but this case with the 13-year-old at Radio City Music Hall at 13, this ain't the one. This ain't it.
Self in the brightest of spotlights against an accuser who hides in complete darkness. Mr. Carter deserves to know the identity of the person who is effectively accusing him in sensationalized publicity, hunting fashion of criminal conduct, demanding massive financial compensation, and tarnishing of reputation earned over decades. Well, Alex, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And when you get to reap the benefits of the public for decades, as you say, and make $1 billion and married to the most beautiful, famous performer, artist that we know, you're subject to this. This comes with that. You know, you get the good, you get the bad. There's a lot of innocent young men who have been wrongfully accused of things. So you're just another person. That's the lunacy in this whole thing of Diddy and Jay, is that you're just people. You're people with lots of money, lots of power, lots of prestige and influence, but you're still just people, and the law applies to all. And so
there's a problem with there's an issue with this, right? And again, this is if the alleged victim is lying. We have a lot of these people coming out and saying things like, oh yeah, Diddy did this to me, Diddy did that. And is there any concrete proof that Diddy has done these things to you? And now, with a lot of these new whistleblowers that are coming forward, they're saying Diddy did this to me, and then they're tying in the other celebrities like Jay-Z. I think Jennifer Lopez is also tied to this, even though she hasn't been named in the lawsuit, but she's Celebrity B. That's who we think is Celebrity B, is Jennifer Lopez. And so now you have these quote unquote whistleblowers just naming different celebrities. In this one in particular with the 13-year-old, she said Good Charlotte was there. And Good Charlotte was all like, no, we weren't even there in 2000 when the VMAs was even going on. So again, there's inconsistencies with her story, but a lot of these whistleblowers are naming different celebrities just to tie them into the story, but were they actually there?
I don't want to see Jay-Z go down. I want to see Jay-Z beat this charge, because at the end of the day, in my mind, he's still a cultural icon, and he's so important to the culture and what he's been able to contribute to it. And a lot of people look up to him. He's a celebrity, and he's married to a beautiful artist who we love. And I ran into somebody last night who was reminding me of how much a beehive I was and how we've been. And so, yeah, it's sad to see them go through this, but you're just a man. And you're going to go through this process, and if you're found guilty, the kingdom is going to have a crack in it that I don't even know what's going to happen. Do you think Jay-Z? Let's predict the future right now.
Here we go.
Is Jay-Z going down for having sex with a 13-year-old?
I'm gonna say yes. If it's true, then yeah.
I'm saying, do you think he's going to?
I don't know. I'm so pessimistic. I feel like everybody with that much money and power is like hiding so many things.
Here's the one thing about Jason Lee and when he does this show on Hollywood Unlocked, and shout out to them. It's no hate, right? No hate at all. My issue is when they do this show, I don't know if they actually do research into the topics. I think it's more or less somebody bringing up the topics and then they're like, okay, this is what's going on. Give your commentary on it. And that's really dangerous because it gets into the space of like, okay, where's your journalistic integrity? Are you going to tell both sides? Or are you just going to tell one side? And with Jason Lee, are you telling this one side to make it seem Jay-Z is one way because you're mad that you didn't get no free tickets to the Renaissance tour again?
I'm going to predict no, but I think that after the criminal trial, there'll probably be like a civil case that he may lose because I just don't know if there's going to be, unless there's video. Yeah, unless there's video, I don't.
And that's why that's important to clarify because it is not a criminal case. It's only a civil case.
don't know if there's going to be substantial enough evidence to prove that he was involved in anything. So that's why I was like, instead of attacking her, like let it just play out in court, you know?
Well, if
Because
he has like a severe left hook in his penis, she could be like, you know. That's why any of you, anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna just say that I don't know what the testimony is gonna be. I don't think, based on it all, that there's credibility. I mean, I don't want to say that I think he's innocent. I'll just say that I don't see this, as you were saying, like going all the way or whatever. Side note: Beyonce performed at the halftime show on Netflix for Christmas, and I won't lie. Now that I've watched it several times in clips and all that, I'm like, I can appreciate the art. I get it. She's standing for something bigger. I get it, right? But maybe because I just didn't like the album as much, like as I did Renaissance or other albums, I'm not really like enjoying it. I will say, Beyonce, you missed the mark not having Dolly Parton pop out. Dolly Parton should have popped out.
Miley Cyrus.
You should have done Miley Cyrus. You've been doing country before this album. You should have did Daddy Lessons at the top. And you could have even did
when they do even though this is not the Super Bowl, they only have 12 minutes. She can't fit all them songs in that 12 minutes.
Daddy Lessons with the 4 girls that you put in the prepackaged, the 3 girls that you had in the prepackaged. You didn't even let them touch the soil of the NFL stadium. You said, no, stay at home. I don't want to pay for hair and makeup. You left them in your desk. Although you brought out Shabuzi and you had Posty posted up, I think it was an opportunity for you to bring, the girl should have been there. No?
Yeah, what was it?
Remember when
they
she
were
was
just in the tunnel.
Yeah, I thought they were there.
They just stayed in the
weren't
tunnel.
in no damn tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel to walk out.
They were in a pre-show package.
You're telling me that was not recorded?
That was
So it was pre-recorded, that part with the tunnel. That was definitely pre-recorded. But I think the girls were actually there. They just didn't come out. But that portion was pre-recorded, yes. I don't think she would have told them like, oh, I don't... Jason putting too much on it. But maybe he's right. Maybe they should have at least been able to go out and do that live. You know, that would have been a special moment for them.
Pre-show package. No, that was not live. And then what would have been killer is if they did all that in the pre-show package and then somehow came out the ground together. Or they should have all been there. The black banjo players should have been there banjoing. There were lots of missed moments, but we really know why you did that. You did that so we would stop talking about your husband.
Ooh, there we go.
Social media is exploding right now.
I actually have another theory why she did that.
Why?
You know, it's funny because I want to say they announced it maybe like 2 weeks in advance that she was performing at the Christmas halftime. Like I had heard that Netflix had the contract to play that game, the Texans game, on Christmas. You know, they got that contract. However, I didn't remember them announcing that there was a performer until closer to time. So with that being said, did they have somebody else in mind, but they put in Beyonce because, you know, Jay-Z ahead of the entertainment and music for the NFL. So, you know, you got to question that. That is fair.
So Beyonce's won a lot of Grammys, but she's never won Album of the Year. And the Grammys are happening in February, and she's nominated for Cowboy Carter. So I feel like she did it, even though she dropped Cowboy Carter in the beginning, people have forgotten about that album. And I feel like she did it now. So it's like fresh on like people's minds that she wins the last award she's never won.
I'm going to predict this now, and I will be at the Grammys on the red carpet holding my Hollywood Unlocked microphone, doing interviews, and Marina will be behind the scenes begging celebrities to stop for us like she did last year because people were terrified when they saw my beautiful face standing there. She's not going to win that award. Is she?
I think Taylor Swift's going to win again.
Taylor Swift is going to swift that thing up. They're not going to give a black woman country album of the year,
especially after Jay-Z made that comment last time too.
Oh.
So Beyonce, sit at home with your kids, just get you some you know what I like to eat now, what's those yogurts?
A few things. I definitely think she's going to get country album of the year. I don't think she's going to get album of the year. That's what she wants to get, album of the year. No, I don't see. And I do believe that, right, with the girl, that, yeah, she wanted to go ahead and put that performance out. So then it kind of reminded them like, okay, you putting out work, you know, you did that performance. Now we're thinking about Cowboy Carter again. We're going to go ahead and give you this award. So yeah, she is right about that. But Jason, remember, country album of the year, yeah, they'll go ahead and give her that. It'll be on headlines, they'll make ratings, but album of the year, I agree with you with that. She's not going to get album of the year, but country album, yeah.
It's called. Did I get?
Chobani's?
Oh my God, I am a Chobani
Yeah.
freak.
Yeah.
I have every not the kind of freak.
Yeah.
I get the Chobanis. Just get you some Chobanis. Sit at home, get your feet rubbed. You know what I mean? Like spend spend time with Mufasa, or Nala.
She's Nala.
Well, who the fuck's the other one?
Blue is Kiara.
Be Kiara. Sit down with Kiara.
I think she should. I
Mufasa right here. No, but
And he wondered why
I want her to win. I want Beyonce to. Beyonce, and all jokes aside, now let me put all jokes aside. Although this is not a joking matter, because Jay, you're in trouble. I want Beyonce to get everything she wants because she deserves it. She's the best performer of our generation. She's a phenomenal singer. She's beautiful. She's a mom. She's definitely a pick-me girl, for sure. Go back and watch old interviews, old videos. She's a pick me. Don't pick nobody else. It's me. But she's beautiful and I love her. I don't love her as much as I used to because obvious reasons. The industry's just made me go, these people, whatever. She's not gonna win, but she should win.
I hope she does.
I want her to win. Grammys, if you guys don't give it to Beyonce, y'all are all racist. Just putting that out
Oh
there.
my God.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video right there, you guys. But definitely check out the full video if you want to. I will go ahead and put the description or the link to the video in the description of this video. I appreciate you guys for watching, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on this. I feel that Jason Lee does have a point. I do feel that Jay-Z and Beyonce was trying to put a few distractions out there, make people forget what was going on. But also, too, I feel that the reason why he's saying it and the way that he's catering that narrative to make it sound like something is because at the end of the day, he's still mad. He's still upset. He wants that close personal relationship with Beyonce that he has with Rihanna. I'm surprised Rihanna gave in to Jason Lee, and now they're like cool and friends. But even Rihanna was kind of giving him the cold shoulder, like, don't get away from me. There's been awkward moments where Rihanna didn't want to take a picture with him either. But again, shout out to Jason Lee and congratulations on getting City Council of Stockton. I hope you do that city right. I used to actually live in the Valley, so I've been to Stockton plenty of times. Again, you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I appreciate y'all for watching, but we're going to go ahead and get on out of here.